Hey there everybody, Nathan Elson here. Welcome back to the channel. Now today I want to talk to you about Retouch4Me, which has been a huge sponsor of this channel. And for that, I am incredibly thankful. But not only that, they've made some of the best Photoshop plugins that I have ever used in my editing workflow. So I want to talk to you today about a new plugin that they've released, which is for removing dust. Now, I understand that that does not sound sexy. That is not something that you're like, oh, I can't wait to remove this dust from my images. But if you've ever had to remove dust from images, you're going to want to watch this video because it takes something that is an insanely painstaking process and turns it into a couple of clicks and a few seconds, and that is completely not a part of your editing workflow anymore. But not only that, if you're watching this video between December 15th, 2023 and January 10th, 2024, if you use the link down in the description, you will save 30% on any purchase that you make. Now, if you happen to be watching this video after January 10th, not a big deal. Click that link down below and you will get 20% off any purchase that you make through that link. But with that being said, I'm going to show you guys why I think this plugin is such a time-saving game changer. So let's just jump into Photoshop and get right into it. All right, so here we are in Photoshop, and this is a tool that I had to photograph for an oil and gas company. Now, as you can see when we zoom in here, there's all of these little dust particles that get picked up from my strobes as I'm creating the images. Now, to go through and manually remove all of these dust particles would be a bit of a nightmare. So as I said, Retouch4Me has now come up with a tool that has made this substantially easier. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, I'm going to grab my layer, I'm going to drag this down to this little plus icon, and I'm going to let that go, and it's going to create a new layer for me. Now I'm going to come up into my filter, down to Retouch4Me, and then Retouch4Me dust. I'm just going to click on that. It's going to open up and it's going to start running through its processes. Now, one thing that you can see here is that there's fine dirt, there's medium dirt, and then there's coarse dirt. So if the particles or the dirt that you're trying to remove from your image aren't being picked up on the fine dirt setting, they're a little bit bigger, then you can adjust that to the medium dirt or go all the way up to the coarse dirt. But we're just going to leave it on the fine dirt for now, see what this does. Now, as you can see, it's going through the process. It's not incredibly fast, but it's definitely not slow. And it's a heck of a lot faster than if I had to go through and remove all of this by hand. So once this finishes up here, we can go through and see a quick before and after. So this is the after, this is the before. And you can see how it just removed so many particles from everywhere, all with just a simple click of a button. Like, I mean, it's insane. Before, after, just how much cleaner this whole thing is. And it took a matter of seconds. Now let's just see what happens if we come in here and we click on medium dirt. Now it's going to run through the process one more time. I just want to see if it cleans up a little bit more or if it leaves it roughly the same. Okay, so some of these bigger spots are just a little bit more cleaned up now. And again, yeah, some of the bigger dirt on this section has been removed now. It looks awesome. All right, so let's just click apply on that. And we set it to create another mask. So let's just do a before and an after. Yeah, just like that. That's as hard as it gets to remove the dirt from your images. Now, I did notice right here, it did take away some of the shine and stuff like that was happening from my highlights. So I'm just going to come up in here, I'm going to click on my eraser tool, and I'm just going to erase that section away. And now we've kept that and cleaned up everything else. Again, before, after. And so there you have it. That is how easily you can quickly remove dust and things like that from your images with a few clicks and a little bit of processing time. I mean, it really doesn't get any easier than that. And not only that, that is how all of their plugins work. And if you go through my video list, you can see different things that I've used for dodging and burning, retouching, removing wrinkles from fabric, cleaning up backdrops. There's plugins for all of these things, which you can view going through my video history, and you can see just how awesome these plugins are. So like I said, at the beginning of this video. If you use the link down below, you can get 30% off up until January 10th. If after January 10th you were watching this video, click that link anyways, you'll get 20% off of your purchase. With that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. This is the last video of 2023, and I will see you in 2024. Cheers.